in Seoul, South Korea with Cordell Tinch. You're coming off a great 2 weeks in China, man. The doubleheader.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me, what was that your hope going into it?
I mean, my plan of coming to China this time was I really wanted to win the Xiamen meet just because of my own ego of seeing myself get beat in the elevator.
Yeah, what was that story? It was last year.
So last year, the hotel we were in for the same meet, the hotel, I felt like every time I got in the elevator, it played the race from the year before, and I just got sick of seeing myself not winning.
Yeah, that'll motivate you.
Yeah, and I told my agent, I said, next year when we come here, I'm winning the race. I said, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I said, look, it's gonna be an early race. I said, I'm here to win that race, and we'll figure out the rest of the season.
Yeah. Well, you sure did. How did that feel crossing the line first?
It felt good, to get my first professional win, and we'd ran a lot of races, Diamond League meets, and Centennial Tour meets, the gold ones, the silver ones, the bronze ones, and just couldn't seem to put the right race together at the right time. So, it's you struggle a little bit going back and forth with that as you're figuring it all out. So to get onto a Diamond League and cross the line first to get my first real win, it's a great feeling.
And it was a deep field nonetheless.
Absolutely. It's always a good time, especially when competing against the fellow Americans, to, put yourself, even if you're just in the mix, to be amongst, those top 4 guys that are from the United States. It's always a good feeling.
Yeah. Well, one would have been great, but you went and did it yesterday a second time. How did you go into that? How was your mindset in preparation to double back? It's like a week later.
I mean, it's so early in the season that you're essentially you treat it, we get out here so early and you just treat it as 2 weeks of training, and you just happen to compete at the end of it. So we didn't really change much. We're still lifting, we're still doing workouts, like everybody's still training, because nobody's here to peak in May.
No.
The first couple of days of May, that's not what we're meant to peak for, especially as Americans. We all know that the USA trials or the Olympic trials, whatever year it is, that's the meet that you got to be ready for, because half the time, if you make the final in that, you're probably going to make the global final of that year.
Yeah. But you had my favorite, I think, celebration. You could tell from your face, like how excited you were yesterday. I think it was number 4 all time. Is that correct?
Yes, it tied for number 4 all time.
Jeez.
It's just, especially when things come together and you cross the line and you see the clock, especially, all of us, that's one of the first things you do when you cross the line is either you look to see your competitors or you look at the time and seeing the time, and first to see 12:88 and then to see it get corrected down to 12:87. It just is a big thing for me, just because a lot of when I first came pro, a lot of the talks where I ran a lot of windy times, which that's the second time I ran 12:87, but the first time I had a 6.0 behind. So to be able to run a legal 12.8 is, I still can't fully describe it. I've been trying to figure out the words for it.
Yeah, well, I think it speaks for itself. But cool. So, early season, you told me you were considering maybe another Diamond League. Are you gonna just kind of recalibrate and figure out your next move?
Yeah, it's a matter of get home first. Probably sleep for like a day, and then talk with my coach, talk with my agent, talk with just those around me, and see what our best steps are going forward, and making sure we're not burning ourselves out, but we're also making sure we're staying on top of being competitive, where we don't take too long off.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe an aspect that people might not think about, especially competing in China, is like how much travel is involved. You told me you haven't slept since the race.
Yeah, it's been a while. I spent a lot of time on the phone just because, it's 2 a.m. for us, but it's 2 p.m. at home. Well, it's 1 p.m.
Everybody wants to recap.
So I was on the phone a bunch, and then we left the hotel at 5 a.m. and we came out here. I think I slept probably like 30 to 45 minutes on the flight from I don't even know what airport we flew out.
Hangzhou.
Yeah, from there to here, I probably slept on the plane a little bit, but then getting through and making sure, my agent makes sure we all have everything we're all set with everything. So to be able to walk through with him and make sure everybody got to the terminals they're supposed to, make sure they know where they'd be going, what security they're going through. So getting through all that.
It's a little stressful, you know, like there's like 4 different security checkpoints.
Yes, that's why I'm unbelievable thankful for Robbie, because I told Robbie I get anxiety when I'm in an airport and he's not around, because he makes everything seem so simple.
Yeah, and having your support system is key. But we're in Seoul now. You got 3 more flights to me, right? Or 2 more?
Yeah, I'm flying Seoul. Because I already took 1 flight today, and then I'm flying Seoul, San Fran to Chicago to Joplin.
That's 4.
Yeah.
Gee.
And I got a long day ahead.
What are your pro travel tips? How do you get through it?
Me personally, I don't even have tips. I'm still trying to find out.
Yeah. I feel it. Well, I think you'll probably be tired enough I think the hardest part is the 11-hour leg, or like when you have to cross the ocean.
Yes, that's always the tough part, and it's a matter of making sure either 1, you sleep the whole thing, or 2, you sleep enough so that you don't get off that plane and that jet lag will knock you out all the way out.
Yeah. Well, you were telling me that you train at Pittsburgh,
Kansas.
Pittsburgh, Kansas, right? So maybe for people who have never been, I'm sure should be on everybody's list. But for those who haven't, can you tell us about your environment out there?
I mean, it's just I've always been a small town person. You know, I grew up in Green Bay, and Green Bay is a big little city. It's got a lot of people in it, but
sports teams.
Yeah, like it's like we got a lot of people there. We have the Packer Stadium, but it's a small place, and I just have always felt very comfortable there. And Pittsburgh, Kansas just happens to be another one of those places. It's the college, and that's about it. And you know, I love being in quiet places like that where I can go to work and go home.
Yeah.
Not have to deal with much, not have to worry about traffic or nothing like that. So I love it.
That's a good point. So it allows you to kind of focus in on what you're doing.
Absolutely. And plus it's a fantastic place that, you know, they accepted me in 2023 when I ran Ford Pit, and even now that I'm not, you know, running directly Ford Pit, but, you know, all the local businesses, they're all still very supportive of me. So it's a place I enjoy.
Yeah, you gotta be happy. All right, last thing was like, what are your stories from China? Like, what are your favorite moments? Or you said you explored a little bit more than usual.
Yeah, normally I just sit in the hotel and wait to compete, and sit in the hotel and go to train, go to compete, and that's about it. Yeah. But no, I enjoyed. They have basically, like, I know in the States, depending on where you are, we got Lime scooters, birds, that was just like the electric scooters, and they basically have the same thing out there except for their mopeds. Yep. And so
everybody's got the mopeds out there, man.
Yeah, it's like mopeds are almost, you see more mopeds than you see cars almost, I feel like, out there. And so we just hopped on them, and you know, we said, where are we going? And I said, I don't know, we're just gonna go that way, and until we don't want to go no more, we'll come back. And so we just went out and explored, saw the water. It was honestly just like a peaceful, like, just separating yourself from directly track. Obviously we're in trying to run, but to separate yourself from that is just a big thing to, you know, reset the brain, reset the mind, and just kind of calm down. So
I'm very struck with the beauty of the country, the how advanced the different cities are.
Yes, it throws me off. Yeah, because I'm like, everything is very simple at home for me. Yeah.
You turned a lot of heads, I think, the last 2 weeks, and we're really excited to see kind of where you go from here.
Yeah, you know, when you put in, all track athletes do this, you put in a lot of work throughout the off season, coming into the season. There's a lot of season behind doors that nobody sees, and all people see is your 9-second race, your 10-second race, your 11-second race, your 12-second races. That's all people see, and they don't really see all the work that we put in behind the scenes. So as an athlete, to run well, and you don't feel like you have entirely done everything that you've done in other years, to see that and see the support that you get from others and see everything working, it just is a great feeling.
wishing you the best and keep all the great times coming, man. Keep having fun.
That's all we can do. As long as we're having fun, that's all that matters to me.
Appreciate you recapping.
No, of course.
Let's get this flight, huh?
Let's get home.
Let's log in.
Let's get home.